Hello and welcome to this episode of Ask a Retro Gamer here on Retro Game Living Room. Today's question is, what would you do if you were trapped on a desert island? In terms of, if you were stuck there and you could only bring one game with you, what would it be and for what system? Go.
I was gonna say Grand Theft Auto, probably San Andreas personally. I like the world building in that one. I think the characters are really fun. I think that there's a lot of non-linear action. Obviously it's an open world, so I think there'd be a lot to do. And I think when you start to go a little insane, you might be able to do a little bit of role playing and imagine yourself in a real world at least. You know what I mean? Like Wilson and that one movie, what is it?
Castaway.
That's right, with Tom
Hanks.
Yeah, so it's a great movie, and I think that, with a video game with an actual living, breathing world like that, I don't think you'd be so lonely. I think it probably would eventually get boring, but I think you'd get a lot of playtime out of it.
I think you would too, and there's a lot you can do. You can be creative.
Yeah, exactly. It's unpredictable world. Rob brings up another great point, that anything could happen. So, I mean, when you get tired of the story, you could go blow up everything. You could get so good you could run around with 6 stars for 8 hours, set the world record or something like that.
Yeah, and then it's with the PS2, if any other games washed ashore,
yeah,
you'd be likely to be able to play them because there's millions of PlayStation 2, millions and millions of PS2 games
if anything's gonna show up, it's probably most likely. So, what would yours be, Rob?
I put a lot of thought into this, and it's why the Sega Saturn is my favorite console. It's at least a good deal part of why, and it would be Nights into Dreams.
Okay, see, I thought that was an interesting choice. I didn't even realize Rob was that big of a fan of the game.
I'm a huge fan of the game. It's one I grew up with, and it's motherfucking Christmas time right now, so it's the time of year that I'm playing Nights, because I'm playing Christmas Nights into Dreams. But the reason why Nights is because it's a game I can play forever and not get bored with it, because it's very challenging to compete against yourself, to challenge your own high scores. So even though it's a short game, I can get a lot of fun out of it and move away from it and come back to it and have a lot of fun. And especially at this point in my life, that's what I'd want. And if I were trapped on a desert island, I'm sure I'd have to be doing a lot of time surviving. And so to be able to get that time in there and game, I wouldn't get bored of it.
Yeah.
Nights into Dreams, highly recommended, especially during Christmas time.
I thought it was pretty interesting choices we made in the parallel. He went for just a solid gameplay experience.
An arcade, old school style.
Yeah. He wanted the way it feels. I kind of went for something that's more in your brain, more imaginative.
And you went for something that's really, that can be different on each play.
Yeah.
So thanks for the question, listeners and watchers and viewers. Feel free to ask us anything in the comments. See you next time.